afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young in the month of June. We are moving through 2024 like a butter knife through a laser system, or with a laser system through butter, I guess. I just like making these silly analogies. And we're having a great year for Topic Time, and we have a couple of awesome musical guests today. Andrew Dean and his wife Terri of Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine, and a wonderful band. We're going to hear a video, or see a video and hear one of their songs about halfway through the show. They're in Ohio, but before we get to them, I'm going to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So we have good old Dave's Automotive up the road here on Route 58 in Hanson. We have the Cornerstone Barbershop in Pembroke. We have Pal's Driving School in Middleborough, setting up classes for August. Better get on that website to check that out. We got New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have Crazy Axes Rec Center in Hanover. We have Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We have the Hanover House of Pizza in Hanover. They make great Sicilian pizza, Greek salads, have awesome people working there, and they deliver. We have the Gunrunner LLC, the Second Amendment Freedom Store in Middleborough, specializing in customer service, pricing, and selection. We have the Auto Shop with Master Mechanic at Rooney in Hanover, and we have DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists in Abington, also right up the road here on Route 58. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now I officially will introduce Andrew and Terri. Is that it? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can hear me all right.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And Andrew's wearing a very colorful shirt. I think that's pretty cool. And Terri's wearing,
you gotta have some color in life.
Like a checkerboard tablecloth. That's pretty cool too. Listen, I make observations. I like, if I see something that looks cool, you guys are in your house, right?
Yes.
Are you in Bowling Green, Ohio? Is that where you are?
Close.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were in Florida. I didn't realize that we were in the same time zone. Okay, great. All right, so you're in this band. You founded this band called the Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine. And tell me a little about the band. How many in it? How did it get founded? And then I'm going to profile each of you. Just people going back to your childhoods, because that's what I do with every guest. So we'll start with that. Please elaborate if you would.
Well, Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine is a lot of different musicians. I work with a lot of different talent.
Okay.
And that's why I call them the Farm Machine. So different shows, different places, we use different guys sometimes.
Okay.
So,
okay, go ahead. All right. Quick question. Are any of them actually farmers?
Well, you're looking at one right here.
Good. Now you look like a farmer. And what about you, Terri? Are you a farmer as well? A farmer or a farmette or whatever if there's a gender non-neutral term for farmer, but whatever it is, do you farm as well?
I am the farmer's wife.
Farmer's wife, that'll work. Yep. Okay, just like in the poem Three Blind Mice. Okay, got it. I hope you don't cut off the tails with a carving knife, though.
Right, no. No, none of that.
I hope you just throw them out, just let them run out and give them some cheese and throw them back, throw them out in the
right.
cabbage patch. All right. So how did you both found the band together?
No, I found the band, but this is my right hand right here. I'm telling you, be lost without her.
Of course. Well, Terri, tell me a little about how you got into the band. Were you with it all? Were you with him I know you were with him when he founded it. Was it always agreed that you would be in it as well?
Andrew and I have been married going on 27 years, and we do everything we do is always together, and we hand select the musicians. And I play a great big part in that too, because I'm a roadie and a road manager as well. And okay. I'll play just about any instrument he needs me to, and most of it's rhythm percussions.
Oh, all right. How about vocals? You sing as well?
We do.
Yep. I mean, you both sing, right?
We do.
Okay. Well, how many different incarnations of the band have there been since you started? Well, first of all, how long ago did you start it? How many years ago?
Well, that's I go back to about 1999.
Okay, wow, I have to believe it. It sounds like a science fiction band, right at the turn of the century.
It's only 25 years.
I know, but remember how long it looked back when 1999 was so far in the future that it was like science fiction. So now,
right.
That blows my mind. That fact is never lost on me. All right, so you founded it in 1999, and how many different people would you say that you've had in the band since then?
Oh boy. Quite a few. I can't even really tell you, because we play by region sometimes. Sometimes a big event, I have guys from Nashville come. Other times I'll get regional guys if it's a regional show. It just depends on budget and stuff like that. Sometimes if it's a real small budget, they just get me picking and grinning. So I mean, we can do it. We can do it however anybody needs it as far as their budget goes, and so we just work with that.
Okay, this piques my curiosity. When you say region, are you talking about? I mean, do you actually like travel around the country and get different members of the band from different parts of the country, depending on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so you basically you're kind of like a collective band. You collect people in different parts of the country, and they get to join your band when you're there. Is that how it works?
That's right. We go in with charts. Yep, going with charts and that, and then they know we run a quick rehearsal and we're ready to roll.
Wow. Oh, okay. And how and just I guess you've done this all over the country then, right?
We have.
We have.
Have you been up my way up near Boston?
Boston? Yes, we have.
We've been to Bar Harbor.
Bar Harbor, Maine too.
Yeah, I actually did a show there many years ago. I used to go on the road, and I'm about 300 miles from where I live. But it was worth it. The woman I interviewed she was pretty sweet, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, obviously. So you know what I'm getting at there. Okay, so what about LA, New York? I know you go to Nashville a lot. Well, what major venues have you performed at? Vegas, all those places?
Out west.
We've been out west. We did Fort Worth and Phoenix, Arizona, up to Wyoming, all up and through there. So
Aspen, Denver.
Are you affiliated with Caden Gordon? No, he's one of my go-to people for setting up musical shows in country and western. Well, before you answer that question, what would be the genre of your band? Would it be country and western? Would it be rock and roll? Would it be alternative?
Here's the thing with me. I do mainly country. I do faith-based as well.
Okay.
I can also do patriotic music, and I mean I do all kinds of music.
A little bit of rock and blues.
A little bit of rock and blues.
Okay. So basically, it's diverse. You pride yourself on diversity and the ability to roll with it. Basically, wherever you go, what your audience wants, you're ready for them.
That's right.
Out west and western.
Yeah, it's got to be western, and there is a difference between country and western music. So those genres are different in their sounds.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Okay. Now, do you know who Caden is, who I just mentioned?
We do.
I do know Caden. Yes.
Has he ever gotten you any? I mean, does he represent you or not?
No, he does not represent us, but we've known him for a few years now.
Oh yeah.
Quite a remarkable young man.
He sure is. 19 years old. He's already been doing this since he was in high school.
Yep.
He was a guest on my show. Maybe you saw it, the one I interviewed him from one of my other locations. All right. Let's talk about your personal history. Let's go with ladies first. Terri, tell me about where did you grow up? What did you do as a child? And how did you get you into what you're doing now? And of course, we'll definitely get to how you met and everything. That's obviously a very happy story, but we'll start with that. So Terri, go ahead.
Sure thing. I am a Midwestern kid. Born and raised.
All right. Well, Midwest is a pretty large region. What part of the Midwest?
Born in Ohio to musical parents, and my upbringing contained a lot of music in my life. We met on a blind date. We were set up, and we got along so well on the night that we met, he proposed.
Really? And how long was the engagement for?
3 months.
3 months.
Wow. And that was how many years ago?
26.
27 years.
27,
so that was like ready to turn. That was like 1997 then.
Yep.
Wow, that's great. Any children?
Yeah, 2.
Got any grandchildren?
Well, yes, we have 2 of those.
Wow. Well, great. That's awesome. I mean, let me tell you something. You've definitely solidified an old norm, which is no longer a norm anymore, because most marriages are on the rocks by 5 years. And if they last 7, it's amazing. So that's great. And I'm so happy for you. I envy you. I wish I had that kind of thing going for myself. Hopefully at some point I will. We don't know. We'll have to see. And that's a show for another day. All right. So you say your parents are musical. Now what about you, Andrew? Did you grow up in Ohio as well?
I did. And my mom was a church organist. So early on, I started with music probably when I was about 4 years old, singing and that. And then I didn't play an instrument at the time, so I grabbed the yardstick and started playing the yardstick.
Okay.
And the whole thing with that is when it was in my hand, it wasn't in my mom's hand, so that was a good thing. So anyway, but
obviously a well-behaved young man. That's good.
She got me into a church choir and all of that, and so that's kind of where I started and learning harmonies and all that kind of stuff, and I never stopped singing.
Great.
From that point.
Well, that's awesome. Well, on that note, we're now gonna watch a little music video from Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine, and we're gonna be right back and talk about it. So stay tuned, we're coming right back.
The crops are all dead, and the weatherman said, no rain is coming our way. The wolf's at the door, the banker, he needs more. You're free to live, but you can't stay. Then came the rain, pouring down. Not a word, not a sound. Then came the rain, a tumbling down, feeling lost all the way down. When the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down. They took my farm and sold everything. Tractor, truck, and my old wedding ring. Now I work in a factory on the outskirts of town. Boss man came in today and shut her down. Then came the rain, pouring down. Not a word, not a sound. Then came the rain, a tumbling down, a feeling lost all the way down. When the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down.
Oh, you guys, that was awesome. Tell me about what we just watched and heard.
Well, that's a song called Rain, and Rain is it's really kind of about going through hard things in life. You know, it's not about the weather rain; it's about the raining of the tears. Got a beautiful blues lick in there it's a country flair with a real good blues lick in there.
Yep.
And that song started out on an acoustic guitar, and it kind of just evolved into. It's really a powerful song, and I've had times in my life where I've been laid off of a job or whatever, wondered how how to support the family, those kind of things, that's part of the song, part of the writings of the song. And then, the banker, there's a line in there that says, a banker, the wolf's at the door, the banker, he needs more. And that just is, the struggles of money for people. That's what that banker represents. So, but it's really cool. Impressive Images did an awesome job on the video, and we're just really, really, really happy with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now when you say the title of the song is Rain, is it spelled R-E-I-G-N instead of R-A-A-N?
No, it's like rain.
Because you said rain, I think of like a rain of some kind, like something that takes precedence because it dominates. But it's spelled rain, R-A-I-N, like the rain from the sky.
Like rain from the sky.
Got it. Okay.
It's raining tears.
Yeah, I understand. True that. Okay. All right. Now, when it comes to your own, what's that? What did you say?
It's a definite country song with a twist.
Okay.
The country song has a story about it that Andrew described, and the twist is it's got a blues lick to it, and it's a lot of depression.
Yeah, I understand. Now, you guys write your own. Is all your music original?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, I write. I'm writing all the time, every day.
Wow.
So,
and what about you, Terri? You write songs as well for the band?
I write honeydew list.
What does that mean?
A honeydew list is
what she wants me to do?
what I want my honey to do.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So you just collaborate. That's all it is.
Sure.
That's what you mean, right? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Now, have you ever done any, aside from music performances, you ever done any like acting? Have you ever produced a song that was in somebody's film or music video, or or someone else's production or something like that? And just checking, make sure how multifaceted you guys are.
Funny you should mention that. I've got a song that is on the CD, and right here it is. I'll hold it right up and you can see it. And it's called Looking Ahead. But the last cuts in here are called Ghost of Terrytown.
Right.
And that is being considered for a Western movie. I cannot divulge
that's great.
what that is at this time, but hopefully, we got our fingers crossed. Hopefully.
Okay. The only thing missing would be the duel. John Wayne is no longer as late of this world. Otherwise, I'm sure he'd love to act in any film that you produced a song on. Okay, that's awesome. Wow. Okay, well, if that comes to pass, will that be the first film you ever had a song in?
Yes.
Okay, well, what a milestone that would be.
Yes.
But all right, now as far as how often do you perform? Like, do you perform every day somewhere?
Yes, pretty much. That's we did about almost 300 shows last year. So
wow.
We're out there doing it, but loving it. It's not work.
If it's loving it, it's not work. Yeah. So have you been on? I guess you've been on the radio before too, in certain venues, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you been on TV before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Well, just wondering. This is public access, but have you been on like in a major market TV?
Well, I've done some fairs and festivals, things like that, and yeah, we go to radio stations, big radio stations, big TV stations. We do interviews everywhere we can go.
Wow.
So this is kind of nice because we can do this kind of thing sitting, right at home and be comfortable about it. But a lot of times there's you got to get on in there and it's a very tight schedule. And so, but hey, like I said, if you're loving it, then it's not work.
Right, it's challenging and it feels good when there's nothing more stimulating than having the feeling of accomplishment after having challenges to meet and just meeting them.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have anything like how many events do you usually? You plan. How many shows do you have planned for the rest of the summer? I assume you probably have. I'm guessing if it's every day.
Well,
where's your tours taking you this year?
It's a little lighter than every day this year. I backed it down. I'm trying to go with I said 200 shows this year, and
wow.
Well, instead of 200, it's really about 225. But
it's
but that's good. So,
it's booked throughout the year.
It's booked throughout the year.
It's on the website.
Yeah, at my website you can see where all we are playing and what we're doing. So
So how do you go about getting recruiting new band members for the Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine when you travel to a different venue? How do you go about doing that?
Well, I work with 4 different studios, 2 in Nashville, 2 down in Florida.
Okay.
I also have portable units I can take with me that I use. So either way, I can get material down, get people down. And of course, there's always the good old internet here where you can get things emailed in and work them into the track where you need them. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to get that accomplished.
Right. But I mean, let's say I'm an up and coming guitar player, acoustic guitar, and you come to my neighborhood and you say, how would you find me if I didn't know that you were out there? How would you? I mean, let's say I'm on Facebook and I'm saying I'm looking for a band to perform in, and you scout these out, and then I'm sure there are a lot of people that are doing that, right? Is that or probably more now that after what you told me, it makes me realize there are probably a lot of people out there that are looking for bands to be in, and you're right there. But so when you find them, how do they still have to be, they still have to show you what they have what it takes to be in your band, don't they?
Yes, they do.
How do you work that in?
Well, I just look at their number one, their philosophy in music, their drive, what they want to do as far as in touring or going places or doing, what is their ability, and that's really one thing that's very key. But also the
and availability,
yes,
right,
and their chops too. I mean, you just can't just come in and not know what an F chord is or what a C or a G. I mean, you gotta have some knowledge and know-how there. And I've had some people apply. I just, we'll think about that, and it's just that's where it's been. But at the same time, I've had some phenomenal people that just absolutely blow me right off my chair when I hear what they send. That just, one of the guys that comes to my mind when I say that is a guy by the name of James Mitchell. He is an amazing guitar player, and whenever I've used him, when we're playing out in that, he always comes up with just the best riffs and stuff. He's really good.
Well, okay. Now let's say you find someone that's so good that you don't want to lose them, and yet you recruit them like permanent. You have anybody besides the two of you that are permanent members of the band? It sounds to me like that you don't, but you tell me. Well,
no, we do. Not over the years though. We've changed hands over the years with different people. But
right. Anybody besides yourselves that have been with you since the beginning?
Not at this point, because of the last CD that we did. This Looking Ahead, it was all done with a lot of different artists, produced by me, put together by me, and the whole project is totally me. And the song, I'll give you an example. The song Looking Ahead, for instance, that took me a year to write that.
Wow.
I mean, I kept picking it up and I'd play it and it'd be like, no. And finally I said, I'm not doing that song anymore. And then I started playing it again, and lo and behold, it came around. Now, if I could, that's on that same CD, took me 5 minutes. I wrote the song, the lyrics, everything. I just poured out some emotion while I was playing. And Terri came in. She says, you better have had the recorder going. I said, oh, yeah. She says, that's a hit. So.
And that was how long ago?
That was just last year.
Okay, so that's it. And I assume you, as far as like awards, have you won anywhere or have been nominated?
Well, this year I've got 31 nominations.
Okay.
That's this year.
Yep.
But over the years, probably about 50 or 60, I'm going to say.
That's sweet. Okay. Well, guys, guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show. I hope you had fun talking to me.
Absolutely, Harrison.
Thank you.
Okay. So what I want you to do in the remaining time is give shouts out to people that are going to see the show. Quite a few are all over the country, all over the world, probably. And then we'll wrap the show up with my snap and the way we began it. So go ahead, just condense them.
Well, I just want to say a big shout out to Fremont and the amphitheater where we'll be playing down there. There's oh my gosh, there's so many. Just go to my website.
I'm sure they all know you're thinking.
I would just say go to my website, www.andrewdean.us, like United States.
Yep.
That's all interactive. And all the music is there. Not only the music, but the schedule, what we're doing. And when you go there, a cabin shows up and it says enter here. And it says, y'all come in and sit a spell.
I've seen it. It's very pretty. I love the
yeah,
cabin.
come on in and sit a spell. There's a lot of stuff in there. You can see the people that I've been with there, as well as all the venues where we're going to be playing, and so absolutely.
That's awesome. Okay.
This interview will be there.
This interview will be there too, by the way.
Oh, well, I'm proud of that around here. So, and on that note, what I want you to do is, if you had a good time with me, anybody, so many people that, that are in the music industry, or anybody that just with an interesting story to tell, you have my digits. We'll get them on. I'm an open book. Have them contact me. We'll get them on the show either by Zoom or in person. I always prefer the in-person interview, but Zoom works obviously, and that'll be fantastic.
Harrison, are you able to interview someone who is a non-musician?
I'm perfectly happy to do that. A lot of my guests are non-musicians.
We'll send you a professional magician.
Okay, well, send me anybody. Just
He's in Paris right now.
He's in Paris right now.
Okay, well, we can probably do an interview to Paris. We've done one of my other locations. We've done interviews to Europe before. So
awesome.
Is there anything coming up on the horizon? I just want to make sure that we covered everything that you might have overlooked that you want to mention. If not, that's fine, but I know you got a lot coming up, but just, is there anything specific you want to mention that's coming up in the near future that, before we wrap the show up?
Well, I will tell you this. I'm constantly working on music. I've already got 4 songs for another project, another country project. I've got about 6 songs for a faith-based project that's going to be coming out at the end of the year. And then in between there, I'm collaborating on some blues and some Latin music.
We're going to put out a whole album of tropical Americana, trop rock, trop country. It's going to be tropical.
Yeah.
Okay, I like tropical. It's a
we love it.
Tropical up here today. It's pretty hot. All right.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. All right, I'm glad we covered all that. And remember to just make sure you email the song, and we're gonna edit it in. One last favor I'm gonna ask: when we're gonna wrap the show up, will you stick around and let my tech guy pop a pic on for Facebook, and I'll tag you in it. And if you want to tag me, that would be sweet.
Sure.
Will do.
A lot of people are gonna be happy. All right, then we're gonna wrap the show up, folks. Welcome to Top of Time in June. See you next time with another awesome show. Signing out and rolling off, whatever we do. There we go.